Airbnb battle happening in South Florida as local leaders decide if they want to allow the home sharing service in their communities. Renting out your home to tourists is a great way to make some extra money, but it's also against code in some South Florida cities.
And you can also run the risk of losing your homestead tax exemption on your home. Local 10's Glenna Milberg live in Miami with more on both sides of the issue. Glenna.
So many competing rights really here at play. Janine, Victor, you have, of course, quality of life and then personal property rights. There are business interests. A lot of local leaders coming out very strong against it, but the market is very strong too.
We know who's coming to stay in my house. At night, they have access to my entire yard.
She's what Airbnb calls a superhost and a longtime homeowner with an historic Miami property.
They walk to the local restaurants. I've never had parties. I mean, we're very specific as to what kind of people come.
Susanna watched at Miami City Hall Monday morning as homeowner reps ripped the burgeoning short-term rental sharing businesses like app-based Airbnb.
They use the pool all night long.
Has really disrupted our neighborhood.
We don't want to live next to boarding houses.
Any commercial intrusion in the residential single-family homes is illegal.
This week, City of Miami mayor and commissioners are set to reaffirm zoning that prevents residential rentals. Miami Beach levies $20,000 an infraction, says its mayor.
We have really beefed up our code compliance.
A banner plane suggested a kowtow to the hotel industry, whose reps were here watching quietly. Miami-Dade County's mayor proposes collecting bed tax from the short-term rentals to level the playing field for hotels. Meanwhile, Airbnb works to weed out problem guests and insists its business is good for South Florida.
Phenomenal growing neighborhoods that also don't happen to have hotels. They've never benefited from the revenue that comes with safe, responsible tourism.
As for superhost Susanna,
does going public compromise your ability to remain an Airbnb host?
I hope not.
Concern of the fines, concern of maybe compromising the homestead property tax exemption that they get here. Those are some of the very serious consequences that these local leaders are threatening. Meanwhile, this really seems to be shaping up to be a very similar issue to when Uber and Lyft and the ride-sharing services kind of disrupted their way into the market. We'll see. I'm Glenna Milberg live in Miami this evening, Local 10 News.